Introducing the Listener Support Program, fueling the future and quality of House of B.A.R.F. Dear loyal listeners, at the House of B.A.R.F., we strive to bring you the most engaging, informative, and entertaining content every day into the world of business, accounting, regulation, and finance. We strive to provide you with expert knowledge, practical tips, and thought-provoking discussions to help you excel in your financial endeavors. We are dedicated to fostering meaningful conversations, sharing valuable insights, and creating a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about business, accounting, regulation, and finance. Producing high-quality content requires dedication, resources, and effort from a talented team of one, me, but in the future, hopefully I'll have a team. That's why we are excited to introduce our Listener Support Program. This initiative allows you, our cherished audience members, to play a pivotal role in shaping the future and the content and assuring House of B.A.R.F's sustainability. In the future, becoming a supporter, you will be able to enjoy a range of exclusive benefits. Benefits that I'm hoping to be able to bring eventually: early access to episodes, access to episodes that are not, public, that are not accessible to everyone, possibly even create better content. And then all those mistakes I make, maybe I'll put them in a separate episode. You'll be able to get some behind the scenes stuff, and other exclusive things such as merchandise. Possibly I have, a children's book coming out, may be able to offer that. Your support goes directly towards enhancing the quality of our content, expanding our reach, our research, and investing in new resources and technology to bring you even better experiences. Your contribution will help us continue to deliver thought-provoking discussions, captivating stories, and insightful I didn't mean to say that. Maybe in the future, may possibly interview someone that will keep you engaged and inspired. Join us in shaping the future of House of B.A.R.F. by becoming a supporter today. Your generosity empowers us to keep our conversations alive and ensures that we can contribute to provide valuable content to audiences around the United States and hopefully in the future of the world. To support us, simply visit podcasters.spotify.com. Then you can get to House of B.A.R.F. Also, it is on Spotify. And support this podcast and become a supporter and choose a membership tier that aligns with your preferences. Every contribution, no matter how small or how big, makes a meaningful impact and is deeply appreciated. Thank you for being an essential part of our journey. With your support, we can reach new heights and create content that truly resonates with you, our incredible listeners. God bless. Happy listening. I'm Chanman. This is House of B.A.R.F. Again, if you would like, you can visit podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/Chan-man7. And you can go to support this podcast and become a supporter today. Thank you. You can also reach me at c287gph@gmail.com. Thank you again. You have a wonderful day. God bless. Yo, what's good? It's Chairman House of B.A.R.F. How's everyone feeling? I'm feeling great. Not feeling 100% great. Still got a lot going on. Not proud about it. Oh, my bad. I got something in the microwave. And I just said, you know what? I need this season 2 House of B.A.R.F. coming soon. Okay, coming soon. I just want to touch base with everybody. Let everybody know I still love them. And your boy's still out here fucking up. Just yesterday. I'm not proud about it. Got upset at like 2 people. About my whole situation going on, and it almost seemed like people were taking bets on my fucking life. I'm like, shit, damn, man. Man, I bet you this man's marriage is going to last this long, man. I bet you it's going to last this long, man. Let's go ahead and bet on that shit. And I guess the winner of the bet was happy. You know, it was just, yeah. So I kind of got upset at them. Like, dude, yeah, you were fucking right. All right, you're right. My marriage was going to end one day. And guess what? I mean, to be technically honest, it's not 100% over yet, but it's getting there. So I kind of got upset at somebody about that. And then, some other shit. So still working on coping and how to handle shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, working on a lot of shit. But I'm doing really good. Trying to keep my head, steady. Just trying to stay focused. Again, working on House of B.a.r.f. Season 2. Really, I don't have anything together yet. Just basically all I'm doing is right now kind of trying to perfect my craft, which recently my craft has been stocks and options trading. Just been kind of working on it, trying to just better understand. I mean, seriously, when you get in this shit, you can dive deep into it. You know what I'm saying? I dove so deep into it. Oh goodness. Pause. I don't know. Whatever. But I dove so deep into it that the podcast got put on hold. So first off, let me go ahead and start off by saying thank you to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. I got people listening out there, and I don't know if I can get to it right now. Australia, thank you for the listeners in Australia. I believe I had one in Germany. Thank you for the listeners in Germany. I have listeners who are 65 age and older. Thank you for the seniors listening to Chanman. It's exciting to know that 65-year-olds can still learn something from this foul-mouthed motherfucker. I'm sorry. Then I got listeners between the ages of 35 and 45, I believe. So thank y'all to the millennials. Thank you so much to all y'all. Still working on more younger listeners. Because again, younger listeners are huge on getting scammed and everything. One, they do everything online. They don't touch base. They don't go to the banks anymore. And two, no offense, pride comes before destruction. When you're a younger person, you feel like you know everything. And you typically, that's also another thing with male versus female. Or, I don't know. I don't know anymore. But males typically go in with pride when they go into situations, for example, renegotiating a loan or something. Typically, males won't do their research. They just go in there saying, I'm going to get this shit lower. You know what I'm saying? You got child support payments, and you just fucking tired of it because you can't even live. You can't even get a new bay. I mean, how? You got a roommate. You can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So you go to the court and you say, we got to change this child support payment. Look how much I'm making, blah, 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 blah. And they're just like, okay, well, how much do you want us to lower it by? And you're just like, they're like, okay, fine, we'll lower it by $100. And you're like, no, I need more than that. But it's like, you didn't have your shit together. Compared to, no offense, majority of the time, like a woman, let's say she's going to go buy a car. She doesn't go in there with, I'm going to get a great deal, whatever the ticket price is. I'm going to get it lower than that. They do their research. Millennials supposedly are not doing as much research. Not saying that they're not geniuses. I mean, it's obviously they're going to be the leaders. We're going to be the leaders of the world soon, if not already. And I mean, what's the president of France? I think it is. What is he, like 40? You know what I'm saying? So and it's not that older people are out of the picture. Okay, that's not what we're saying. We have to work together. Older people have wisdom. Younger people have vision. So we have to mesh all this together and work accordingly. We can't just sit there and say, hey, get out of here, old guy, old woman. Your time is up. No. That's how you run into a fucking brick wall when the older person was sitting there trying to tell you, but you weren't listening. And the same thing with older people. That's how they get in a situation where it's like, hey, I don't think you're doing the right thing in this. And they're like, well, I've been doing this for 30 years and I know what I'm doing. And it's like, okay, we gotta sit here and work together. So would like to work on more so getting the younger audience, as well as got to work on getting a more female audience. And I understand I don't have all the pretty pictures and everything. So that's going to really take a toll on getting the women audience. But it's all good. It's all good. We're going to take it slow but surely. So a couple things I've been working on, trying to understand calls, trying to understand puts, trying to take it to the next level. I'm trying to understand how to open multiple legs. Good. Take it easy. Take it easy. Okay. Now what I'm working on is not just buying one leg. Okay. Now I'm trying to work on buying two legs. And what I mean by that is one leg could be a long call, right? We got the long call saying that the stock is going to go up, right? Let's just pick a stock, just any stock. I don't know what to say. Let's say ABC, right? We just say ABC liquor store or something. I don't know. Got a long call on it. Now, another thing I've been working on is trying to get eligible so I don't have to get the fucking underlying. So right now my eligibility is low. The thing I can't stand about my eligibility, do you know how many years when my shit was on point and I had eligibility probably to trade Forex, probably to trade futures, probably had eligibility for all that, but wasn't trading none of it because I was busy with work and everything I had going on, trying to run a family, trying to run a household, all that stuff, putting the money in the account. Well, recently, since everything's been going on, all the money's been getting sucked out of my accounts for multiple reasons, not just paying bills, but also I do still have my addictions to, socializing, wanting to hang out. Like even today, today is Sunday, October 22nd. It's approximately 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, the 4:30 games, I already missed the 1 p.m. games. I don't even know what happened this afternoon. I was dozing in and out of a nap, and I was on SBA.gov I'm trying to start a business. And then also I was on YouTube watching Forex trading and option tutorials. So I didn't see not 1 p.m. football game, but 4:30's coming up. Got a nap in, did some educational shit, did the option tutorials and everything, and now I'm kind of just ready to go blow a few brain cells, just, maybe on a beer or something. So I still, had that, so money's getting blown like that, and then also paying bills, so the accounts are dropping, substantially, barely surviving, and I just want to say thank God to family members who have been supportive in my journey, and also fuck all the haters that are sitting there taking bets on my shit. Luckily I'm a Christian, but I would say burn in hell. But the best way for revenge is to be successful. So let's just go ahead, keep focusing on the book, keep focusing on my trading, and we're just going to keep moving forward. And we're going to let some of those contracts expire worthless, and I'm going to keep the premiums. All right. It's like, nah. But for people taking bets that I'm going to lose. But regardless, I'm just messing around. People got puts on my life. People got puts on my life. Man, we really should have that. We should have the whole Black Mirror social credit score, stock market. I could put a call or a put on your life. Shit, people could put life insurance policies on whoever they want. I've thought about putting some life insurance policies on people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put it all out there, but family members that I know I'm going to be taken care of when they pass away or as they get older, or even, I have my own personal family, and just make sure that, if anything happens, that I'm not left out high and dry, because I don't know what their mother situation is. Even if she has life insurance, if I'm the beneficiary or not, and I'm going to be stuck raising some children by myself. So I've even thought about taking some life insurance policies out on some people. You could do that. Why can't we just put a stock or an option on somebody? I'm sorry, that'd be messed up to find out your homeboy put a put on your life, but, yeah, so working on all that shit, got kind of busy. As you always know, I lose my train of thought, whatever we were talking about. But yeah, just got a couple things going on. Been trying to perfect the craft. Been working on a couple things. Trying to stay focused. Trying to take things to another level. Shit, that'd be so nice one day to hear that song in the club. I don't even like that song. But one day I'd be in the club and I hear that song. I'm on a new level. And the shit resonates with me. Like almost to the point where you probably start crying. Like people are like, man, it's just Future, dude. Why are you crying? It's like, I'm on a new level. you know. So I just can't wait to get to that level where I can finally say, fuck. Still working on the banks and the PMI, or what is it? MPI. That's the reason why we're having issues. Is because I'm saying PMI. They say you ain't got no PMI. I'm like, yes, I do. So then we look it up and I got MPI. So still working on that shit. Got a whole lot. So, just hopped on again. SBA. No, not SBA. What the fuck was it? Maryland Business Express. Hopped on there, just kind of saw the requirements to start a business. Going to start trying to maybe start a small business. Going to try to step into Forex trading soon. And all this information. Oh, my bad. This is what we're supposed to be on. So we take ABC liquor store. And because I don't want to pick any company, because again, this is not advice or anything. This is strictly educational. And even the business I'm going to try to start is strictly going to be educational for two reasons. One, the licenses and certifications are lower, less requirements. And two, the licenses and certifications are lower. So, I mean, it's just coaching. I'm not sitting there giving advice. I'm not telling you what to do. It's basically like I sit there, coach, give you ideas, talk about the fiat currency, like all these things that go into it. The GDP, talking about the, just different things and how that all affects you microly, and then how you can make your decisions based off macro information for your own personal situation. So that's going to be kind of the push for it. But again, going back to ABC stock. So the question is, because of my eligibility, I have to get the underlying. Okay. I can't, I was just saying it, just how much it pissed me off. Just not even using my eligibility when I had it. Now my accounts are depleted and I'm like, come on, babe. Come on. It's me, Chairman. And they're like, hey, Mr. Chairman, we know you've been with us for damn near 16 years. And you've had eligibility for, probably 8 of that. And we know, you've been responsible and everything. But with these huge distributions, based on, FINRA laws and everything, SEC laws or whatever, we got to kind of revoke your eligibility. So I'm all the way back down to a covered call. Got to get the underlying, and then I can sell a call, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with it. But back to the calls and puts. So you got ABC stock, right? Again, I don't want to use a real company because I don't want people taking it as advice and then they go trade it. And then next thing you know, Chairman's in trouble for giving advice saying that you should buy a call or put on a company, whatever. All right. So ABC stock, I want to get a long call, right? I'm essentially saying that this company's going to go, the price of the company is going to go up. The option is a separate instrument from the stock. Okay, so essentially, let's look at it as the option is a separate instrument, the stock is a separate instrument. Okay, so I don't know how to describe it or how I'm going to try to say it, but okay, let me see. It'd be like, I don't know what I want to use. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's use like a dice game or something. Okay. So you're in the game. You essentially own stock in the game, right? If you make money, you're going up. If you're losing your money, you're going down. You're an owner in that dice game. Somebody on the side is taking side bets, okay, saying that, hey, such and such, let's just say Trav is going to beat, I don't know, Shonda. I don't know. Trav is going to beat Shonda. Trav and Shonda are playing craps or CeeLo or something. Trav is going to beat Shonda. Now, we're taking this bet on the side. Now, the bet is correlated to that game, but it's a separate instrument. Okay? So, Trav gets up on Shonda. That contract saying that Trav is going to beat Shonda now is going to be worth more money. Right? You bought it at the beginning of the game. Before the first dice or die was rolled. Right? Before it all got started, you said, hey, I got Trav beating Shonda. You put out a contract, you know what I'm saying? Or you bought a contract, you know what I'm saying? And you're saying, now, as Trav is going up on Shonda, your contract that you're holding is becoming worth more and more money. Now people are looking at that contract like, shit, I may want to buy that off him real quick. You know, you got the contract at $1. Now the contract is worth $3. Somebody say, you know what? Let me go ahead and buy that contract off of you for $3. Travis is going up on Shonda some more. Now your contract, it's getting close now. Shonda's pile of money is looking a little bit low. Now your contract is worth $7. So somebody says, here, let me get that contract for $7. But we are getting closer and closer to the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because, if you get it for $7, the game might be getting ready to be over. You know what I'm saying? So then the contract may be worthless. You know what I'm saying? It may not be worthless. So somebody says, you know what? Here, go ahead, take it from me for $7. Now, they're out of the contract. They're good. They took their profit. They got the contract for $3, sold it for $7. They're good. You're sitting there holding the contract now. Okay, let's see if this contract can be worth anything more. Maybe Travis just wins it, but shit, then the contract isn't really worth anything because who's going to buy that contract? It's over. You know what I'm saying? Now, Shonda's starting to turn it around. Now your contract is going from 7 to 6 to 5. Now you're holding this contract. You're like, yo, I just spent $7 on this contract. Now it's not about to be worth anything because it looks like Shonda's about to win this game. Now, on the other end, that's a long call. Now, what you can do is you can go out there and try to put a put on it. Okay? And that's when you're betting that, okay, well, Travis is going to go down. Okay, so I bought the long call. The long call is starting to lose money. Let me go ahead and try to buy another contract, which would be the put. Now, the main thing that kind of I'm trying to put out there is sometimes we can kind of correlate the price of the option to the price of the stock, which, yes, I get it. But then there's these other factors, typically what people would talk about, the Greeks. There's these other factors, time decay, you know what I'm saying, all these different things. So the contract price, again, you have to understand, is a separate instrument. You know, don't look at it like the stock. Okay, it's essentially a bet on the stock. Okay, so a long call, you can bet it's going to go up. In a long put, you can bet it's going to go down. Now, guess what you can do? You can get a long call and a long put at the same damn time. Now, I've kind of just been doing my research on it. But what I believe that's called, if you have to get more into detail about it. But I don't want to go too far into it, but there's names for these strategies. So essentially you say, I'm going to make money on essentially, I guess, like a swing, right? I want to get the long call. I want to get the long put. I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Shonda and Trav are playing dice. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to buy a long call on Trav, and I'm going to buy a long put on Trav. One of these, as long as it doesn't just sit in the middle. See, the dice game is going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? But the stock could sit still for various reasons. As long as it doesn't sit here, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it would be at a dice game. As long as the dice game doesn't end abruptly too early, one way or shape or form, I'm going to make money on one contract. I'm going to lose money on another contract. There's no way that I can make money on both of these contracts. It's either going to go one way or another. Now, what I can try to do is play the game of trying to get rid of the one that's losing and holding the one that's gaining. However, there are these things called swings, So yeah, it swung in one direction. But that's the reason why they call it a swing, is because it's could possibly come right back, So you can try to play that game, or you could just kind of hold them both until they kind of, towards the end expire, and then close out the position and just take whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the put made this much money. The call lost this much money, closed the position. I came out this much on top, or this much as a loss. I could have lost more, but instead, because I had the opposite position, I ended up not losing so much. So it works out, whatever. And there's different other things, such as shorting the underlying, essentially selling the underlying, and then you can also go sell contracts on that. So if you want, you can go sell the underlying position. And yes, you can sell stocks. So you say, what in the world? How? Essentially what it is a bet that the stock is going to go down, right? Let's say, for example, what's going on in the world right now. We got multiple wars going on. I don't know where all the hell the wars are going on, but I could tell you at least two. We have Ukraine, Russia, and we have Israel. Well, I don't know if it's Israel, but what is it? It's Hamas versus, I guess, Israel. You know what I'm saying? But I've been doing research on it, and basically it's like the same place, but it was like cut off, and certain groups of people, I guess the Palestinians, were pushed to the edge, and so I'm just trying to figure that out. So we got these big wars going on. Now over there's a lot of stuff over there. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But let's just say people are like, you know what? I'm not going to be traveling internationally like that. Right? Not at this moment in time. I'm just not interested. As a matter of fact, you know what? Even domestically, I'm kind of okay. So let's say, your major airlines, let's just say, what is the ETF? One ETF I know is Jets. Just enjoy this shit. I'm just kidding. JETS. Let's just say you want to go ahead and say, I'm going to short Jets, the ETF. Not recommending it, but you say, you know what? Go ahead and sell shares to whoever wants to buy them. Go ahead and sell it to them, and I'm going to come back and buy it at a later date. So I know we've always been talked about buying low and selling high. There's another position referred to as selling high and buying low. Okay, so you can go ahead and go tell the broker, go sell those shares. I'm going to buy them later. Okay, so you go sell those shares. One thing that you can do with an option position is now you can go sell a put. So you sold the underlying, you can collect a premium by selling the put and kind of setting the price that you want to buy it up under. And then when you buy it up under, you close the position. So it's a buy to close position. A lot of us are familiar with buy to open positions. That's the buy to open and sell to close. There's also sell to open, buy to close. So, yeah, these are just a few things I've been working on. Been working on trying to get other things established as well. I'm trying to understand futures recently. I found one ticker symbol, \ES. I'm like, okay, great. Got one ticker symbol. All right. Futures, it threw me off because the ticker symbols are totally different. They're not like ABC, XYZ. It's like \NQ or something. I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't even know that. Then also working on Forex. trying to understand these as well. Futures, I'm paper trading right now. Actually, I did do a Forex paper trade. I'm going to take a look at it, see how it's doing. I did a long, I went long on /ES. Yo, that shit moves like crazy. Like, one of my homeboys had to explain to me it's because there's this multiplier. So I got a mini. And he's like, with a mini, I can't remember what he said. The multiplier is like, shit. It's like 50 or something. I can't remember. Because you got the micro, the mini, and I guess you got the regular joint. And the regular joint, the multiplier is like 1,000. So I don't know all this shit, together, but like basically every point is like $50. So, let's just say, whatever ABC future is at 50. And that joint goes down to like 49. For every point, it's like multiplied by like 50 or something like that. I got to look it up. Here, let me look it up, see if I can look it up real quick. Future minis multiplier. Let me see if I can find it real quick. What is a micro in future? What is the multiplier for future contracts? Wait, it's a multiplier. The contract multiplier is 50 per index point, whereas a mini is $10. And the standard, oh man. See, don't quote me on this real quick. But I believe the 50 times, that's 500. Okay, 50 times. Okay, don't quote me, but I believe it's 50. That's 500. Okay, so for every point, don't quote me. But for every point, so if it's at 50 and it goes down to 49, you essentially lost $50 for every point. So take the point, multiply it by 50. You know what I'm saying? And I got to do the math. I got to figure it out. But that basically, there's a multiplier and it makes it move fast. One thing I've also noticed with Forex, I've been trying to do my research, learning about a PIP, percentage crap, forgot it already, income percentage point or something. Learning about their multipliers as well. They got hella multipliers as well. That's why that shit moves so crazy. And I had to get used to that. When I was paper trading in the future. I had to get used to it because I couldn't understand what was going on. Why is this thing moving so fast? So in stocks, I'm used to 1-3%. In futures, it's more like 0.01%. I mean, if you want, you can do 1-3% because even the future I was trading eventually got up to like 1%, 3%. And it's crazy when you see it. It's like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in no rush. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to trade it. I was trying to understand it. So these are just a few things I've been kind of working on. One thing I'm really proud about is understanding straddles, strangles. I don't really understand the condors completely, but I kind of understand the iron condor. Trying to understand a poor man's covered call, essentially buying a way in the money call, I believe with an expiration that's like a year or more, basically essentially a leap. And then I believe selling a call on it based on your broker dealer because you have a call that's in the money. Essentially, I guess they give you the ability to trade shares on it or something like that. So just getting to learn everything, trying to understand all this stuff. So that's what I've kind of been up to. Just want to touch base with everybody, let you know that I haven't quit yet. Just more so, I got season 1 out of the way. It's approximately about 265 episodes or some shit. I've been taking about a 2-3 month break from podcasting. Believe it or not intentionally. It wasn't intentional at all. I just been so focused on understanding these stocks and bonds. I'm losing out on bonds, and I know it. People are like, "Hey, short the U.S. Treasury." I didn't even know that shit was legal. To short your own economy, short the U.S. economy. Shit, might be getting ready to be a good time to do that. This is not advice. Shit, the S&P hasn't dropped in 30 years, right? Or something like that. So, I mean, no offense, it's due for one, you know, but just trying to, again, work on these things. Season 2, I'm going to get started soon. It's going to have some more information. Hopefully by then, I should have some more assets so that we can actually start pushing for better content. Try to get better content out there. I'm taking it slow. Listen, as I told y'all before, when I start to become a little bit, doing well, I told you, I got a lot of, not a lot, I got a lot of people who are going to sit there and they're going to try to tear the shit down. And all it takes is one or two people to make some claims against me. Not like real claims, but that too. But just put out some information. Don't support this guy. He blah, 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 blah. And it's just going to crash the whole shit. So I've been really laying low, not, keeping shit close to the breast. And believe it or not, I got a podcast. I tell y'all more than I've been telling people around me in my circle. And you got to be very careful what you tell people. That's one reason why I kind of got mad at somebody the other day, because they essentially told me some shit that I couldn't do, that I've been busting my ass trying to get done. And this person, whatever, don't even discuss it. Told you I got kind of mad at a couple people yesterday, and I actually raised my voice and yelled, and it was terrible. And I've been really working on my shit. I've been really staying kind of solo dolo. Been hanging out with a couple of other people that I really kind of trust, that have been close to me, but really haven't been hanging out with a whole lot of people. But yeah, I'm just letting y'all know, don't have a perfect past, don't have a perfect history. So, I know when things start getting popping, I'm going to have several people there ready to tear it down. I got people trying to tear me down, and I don't got shit now. Like, dude, sweetheart, I am so in debt and shit right now, and I still got people trying to tear it apart. I'm like, dude, you're going to get 100% of zero. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we're going to keep hanging in there. We're going to stay prayerful. You know what I'm saying? We're going to still stay focused. God got us. As long as we got God, we're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Put God first. Make sure you say your prayers before, your dinner, first thing when you wake up, right before you go to bed, we're going to be all right. We're going to take it slow. It's no rush. Feels like we're at the end of our rope. Feels like we're barely hanging on. Feels like that Bunsen burner is on our ass. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and it's in the book. When you feel that flame on your tail, when you feel it on your butt, it's not to burn you. It's not to hurt you. It's to melt us down so that we can be molded into a better creature, into a better, I guess as people say these days, better version of ourselves. So that's what it feels like. It feels like I am, and every time I take a step forward, I take two back. I was doing well for 2 months not arguing with people. You know what? I think I got to argue. Yeah, it was about 2 or 3 people yesterday I got mad at. Doing good for about 2 or 3 months. Staying focused in my books, staying focused on my YouTube channels, not just watching YouTube videos on poor man covered calls, selling puts, covered calls, Forex trading, Been doing that, staying focused on that. Was doing good for about 2 or 3 months. And then I had like an incident yesterday where, I yelled at least 2 or 3 people yesterday. And I know it was not appeasing, was not appealing at all. Nothing to be proud about. Disappointed probably 3 or 4 people yesterday. Easily. Knocked it down. Boom, boom, boom in a matter of a couple hours. And it backtracked me. God's trying to move me forward. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about these people laughing at you because they took a bet saying that your marriage was going to end. They're taking bets saying that you're not going to be able to keep the house. They're taking bets saying that you are going to fail. And I keep it, I try to keep it away, but obviously it sits in the back of my mind. Because when I get an opportunity to see these people, it all just comes out, spewed, like hate, like almost like an exorcism. When you see the projectile of the throw up or the blood or whatever, that's how it comes out. It's like, and I think I'm doing okay, just walking away. Hey, go ahead. Yeah, you were right. You knew my marriage was going to end and everything, blah, blah, blah. And I walk away and I say, you know what? I'm just going to get in the house. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to work on my trading. And then when I get an opportunity, it just regurgitates. So now I got to get back on track, keep staying peaceful, working on things when you get upset. So I'm working on that. And yeah, again, season 2, House of B.a.r.f. coming soon. Okay. Don't feel like I've left y'all out there. I think I have approximately some crazy shit's been going on. If I could explain real quick, I've been talking for about 38 minutes approximately. All right. So when I was creating content daily, I was getting no listeners. I had probably about 4 or 5 listeners. Since I stopped creating content, I've stopped for about 2 or 3 months. Why are my daily listeners going up? I looked at my daily listeners just recently. Let me see. Looked at it today. Probably looked at it for the first time a couple days ago. Just like, oh shit, totally forgot about House of B.a.r.f. I need to get back to it. Just to let my listeners know I haven't left them high and dry. I'm taking a look. I'm still getting 4 or 5 listeners. It's actually up to like 10 listeners on old episodes. I'm like, what in the world? I should just take a hiatus for another 2 or 3 months. You know what I'm saying? But I said, no, I ain't gonna do that. Going to get back to it. Going to make sure when season 2 gets started. Now I don't have a date yet. Season 2, I'm expecting to get started probably around December or January. You know what I'm saying? Just get season 2 started. Going to start doing the daily post again. Everything that's going on. Boeing is having a drop. Jerome Powell is bullshitting everybody with his interest rates. Or maybe not Jerome Powell, but the media sources that are putting headlines out there talking about Jerome Powell says interest rates are still too high. No, the fuck he did not. This motherfucker said they're not high enough. So just addressing things like that, making sure we get the information out there. We have to remember one thing about Jerome Powell. He's a conservative, if I'm correct, but he has an agenda, which is most people's agenda, is to keep a fucking job. Now we're about to go into a re-election, and right now, people like, I don't know, don't quote me, Jerome Powell, are those people who are trying to get their ducks in a row. What the fuck am I going to do? Is one of the electorals or one of the people going to be locked up? Is the other one going to be president? You know, what's going to happen? So he has to make sure that he says the right things. We got a lot going on right now. I'm not sure what Janet Yellen's up to, but I think she's trying to figure out a way that in 3 years, we don't have one of our bondholders trying to collect on their bond. We're going to owe them, who knows? $20 trillion. Who knows? And we can't have them call us out on it. Why? Nobody's working right now. Everybody's fired. Shit, I had this IT guy, right? IT guy. You know how people do it when they on top? You know, I got the marriage people too. Oh man, yeah, Chan, we knew this was going to happen. Yeah, while their marriage is going good. So I got this IT guy. He's doing great. You know, well, he was when he had his job. So he's like, hey, Chan, I want to help you out. Nice guy. He actually did not offend me. Offended me a little bit. I get offended easily. I'm sorry. But offended me a little bit. Not much, but he was really nice. He's like, I want to sit down with you, go over your resume, blah, blah, blah. You know, help you out. You know, you may want to, you know, more talk like this, act like this. On top. All right? About a month later, this is the funny shit. No, it's not funny, but this is the shit, no offense, where I'll be like, man, God does not play with people who play with me. That's why God is always like, yo, Chan, just chill. I got this, babe. You know, got this, son. All right? Chill. You got that, you got assholes who are laughing at you all the time. Don't worry. Right? IT guy loses his job. Now he's in the same boat I'm in. So I haven't seen him for a little while, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been focused. And I run into him, actually, at the basketball court. This motherfucker like, yo, this shit crazy out here. Man, how's everything been with you, man? And I'm like, dude, I'm still out here struggling. He's like, dog, I didn't know it was like this when I was talking to you. I'm like, yo, it's cool. That's why I got to be very patient with people. Me personally, I have to have the most patience with people. Because people say a lot of low down dirty shit to me all the time. And I'm also one person to kind of just like blink and look at them and smile. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because when people say that shit, they don't know that they're like hurting my feelings a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to be very patient. And then it's always a few months later, the motherfucker's going through the same shit that I was just going through. And now they like, oh man, you know, I didn't know. It's like, dog, you know what I'm saying? And almost, man, I even remember this other joint. I could tell you a few joints. I could tell you, homegirl always teasing me, calling me fatty. You know, hey fatty, you know what I'm saying? I'll be at the bar drinking a beer. You know, they may walk in. What's up, fatty? You're getting too fat. You know, one of those shits. That's why your wife's going to leave. All the people have been saying this shit for years, right? So I haven't seen this person in a little while. I actually saw him recently. I actually went to the same bar that I used to go, and they were actually in there. And guess what had happened? Motherfucker gained a lot of weight. I was like, bro, God is crazy. Now this person's struggling with their weight. I saw him not too long ago. I actually saw him like yesterday, and they've been working on it. They slimming up. You know what I'm saying? But they understood the struggle of weight. Then also, there was another one I had with buddy of mine recently got pregnant, had a child. Buddy of mine was always critical of how I handle shit with my children, and I take advice from everywhere. You know, I know this isn't financial advice. I know this isn't House of B.A.R.F. shit. Take advice from everywhere. Finally had their first child. From day one, it was crazy for them. They're like, yo, Chan, I thought I had all the greatest advice for you. I thought, and you just sat there and you just nodded the whole time. Just gassing me up, thinking I'm giving the best advice in the world. From the day the young lady was pregnant to the day she had the baby to after she had the baby. She's doing fantastic now. She's very highly intelligent and very hardworking. But she was like, she kind of, you know anything, no offense, I'm sound sexist. Women do not apologize. Okay. So to an extent, what I heard from her was, I'm sorry, Chan. I'm sorry, man. I was sitting there talking to you because you're always cracking jokes and laughing and going to the bar after work or something and going on your jogs. Actually, at the time, I used to jog with her. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I always thought you were never at home or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nah, man, this shit, it's hard. It's not easy. What am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of balance this shit out. You're going to drive yourself crazy. And she kind of got to that point. One of the things that kind of hit her was the father of the child decided that they didn't want to be a part of this family anymore. And when that shit hit, it put everything on her. And you get kind of to a point where it's like, man, I'm going to have to drop this child off with grandma and grandpa because I need to just get a drink. I just need to take a walk. I need to take a long shower. I need to, like, and it's like, you see? And it's not neglecting this child. Child neglect is totally different. Child neglect is when this child can damn near hurt themselves because you're taking a long shower and nap, or because you left the house. You know what I'm saying? This child is neglected. Now they can potentially hurt themselves, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, but taking just a few minutes, spending a few dollars to put them in aftercare so that you can take your jog or your long shower or just a long shit. You could pick them up at 3 p.m. because you go to work at 6, you get off at 2. You can pick them up at 3, but you put them in the aftercare program. They get out around 5. You know what I'm saying? And because you could use that extra couple hours. And look, nobody's judging. Nobody's judging, even if it's just to get a martini. And nobody's judging you. But the best thing is that child is safe and sound, being educated, being played with, and you're doing what you got to do. And is it costing you a pretty penny? Hell yeah. Them after school programs, daycares, all that shit costs bread. Like $500 a week. Skirt. Let me rewind that back. $500 a week. Do the math. For people who work in monthlies, $2,000 a month. These programs. And they're fantastic. As long as you got a fantastic one. I've been to a couple rinky-dink ones, but they're fantastic. Child is happy. Matter of fact, there was times in these after school programs, I'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to come pick you up early today. Is that okay with you? And they're like, nah, get here at 6. I'm like, yo, but if I get there at 6, that's like the latest. They're like, yeah. So get here about 5:59. I'm like, all right. If that's what you want, I'll just take me a nap. It's just take me a nap while watching Netflix. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's funny how that shit happens. And I'm not trying to sound like an almighty person who knows everything or who's like, you said I was wrong then and now I'm right. But it's really just funny the way God works and how patient you have to be with people, because essentially I tell people all the time, man, I'm a child of God. I'm not perfect, but God essentially branded me. Now I'm God's property. I got the brand on me, and I have to understand that it's very possible God is saying, hey, Chan, look, it's time. You've probably spent 10, 15 years of your life socializing, hanging out. People just been laughing at you, stabbing you in your back, taking your shit. And you've just forgiven everybody all the time, laughed about it, said it's all good, just kept pressing. But now it's time. 36 years old. If I don't do it now, then when? If I get hired at another job now, I still haven't got hired. Man, I had about 15 interviews not too long ago, so like a month ago. All of them. Not selected, not selected, not selected, not selected, not selected, not selected. Man, I said, damn. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to one of my homeboys and he's like, dude, listen to me. Listen, this is a blessing in disguise. Okay? Chan, if you would have got that job, I probably would have been trading on, no offense, some rich Caucasian man's profile. I probably would have got my licenses back, Series 7, Series 63, probably Series 66. I'd have been asking if I could get my Series 24. That would have probably took another 2 years. Then I would have tried to go for my CFA. And what would have happened? What would have happened? I would have been sitting there trading on some other guy's profile, totally forgetting about my profile. My profile, all I'm doing is dumping in, a couple $100 every couple weeks, just dumping the money in, not really trading it, just buying Google, Apple, Amazon, Boeing. You know what I'm saying? Just buying these companies. This is the craziest shit real quick. And then I'm going to get ready to get up out of here because it's been about an hour since I've been talking. For years and years and years, I was buying stocks in my portfolio and not even hedging my positions for years. Do you know how comfortable I was with a huge decline in my portfolios for years? I was just okay with it. Okay with it. It's just a cycle. Usually the stock market has about a 24-month turnaround after a huge decline. Just sitting there eating it, taking a shit sandwich and just squirting a little mustard and mayo on it and just taking a huge bite of it. I'm sitting here like, what the fuck was I? Easily just have just a covered call, anything, just a small hedge, just to protect you, just in case you get it. It was a covered call. You're not going to get, the huge gains, but at least you get that premium just in case it stays below a certain price. And then you can go buy another contract. Sell another contract. A covered call, a short call, you are selling a contract and collecting a premium. The maximum gain you can get is premium. Don't quote me on this one. Maximum loss. Maximum loss on a covered call. It would break off because you got to remember you also have the underlying position. So here, real quick, let me do this. I shouldn't. See, I've been working on this shit so much, and it's like now I'm on the spot. Max loss. It'd probably be your underlying minus strike. Max loss covered call. Max loss covered call is limited to the investor's stock purchase price minus the premium received for selling the call. So max loss is your trade price minus premium. Okay? So it's not much. You know what I'm saying? That's your max loss. Okay? Essentially the stock drops down to zero. You lost your whole underlying stock, but you did collect the premium, so you get to keep that premium because the contract is probably going to... don't quote me. Let's just leave it at that. All right. So, yeah, but I can't believe for so many years I was just okay with eating that shit sandwich. Not hedging my positions. Okay, real quick. Last thing. Hedging. Oh, my gosh. For the longest, thought a hedge fund was like a hedge was a company. Yes. Thought a hedge was a company. I did not realize a hedge was a strategy. Essentially, a hedge is just a way to protect yourself for the opposite. If you're expecting this stock to go up, you hedge your position just for, as people said for years, insurance. I've always heard people say, oh yeah, I'm just going to get this option for insurance. It acts like insurance. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's all you're doing. There's no need to have a 401k portfolio. No, you got to have eligibility. I'm not sure if you got to talk to your broker and how all this shit works and your employer. But for years, how many of us did it? We got our 401k. We just kept contributing to it. Just kept buying whatever they offered in the 401k. Now we're not even sure if people are going to keep doing 401ks anymore because they're like, you know what? Fuck that 6% match. I could easily just get the 6% trading on my own. If I find a U.S. Treasury bond that's giving me 7%, I'm making out 1% ahead. You know what I'm saying? So there's different things that we could definitely do to approach these situations. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. I want to say thank you to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your man Chan for this. I'm going to consider it basically an interlude. You know what I'm saying? Season 2 again coming soon. Have the children's book coming out soon. It's still working on that. And hopefully we'll have a small business coming out soon. And we're just going to keep grinding and keep thanking God, putting God first. Spend time with the family. There's nothing better. Spend time, with the friends. It's nothing better. Hanging out. Enjoy yourself. Get your rest. And get ready for tomorrow, because we did our best today. We're going to do better tomorrow. All right. Again, thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. I'm Chanman. This is House of B.A.R.F. What? I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Manxon's Coolamade Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Manxon's Coolamade Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Manxon's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Manxon and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Manxon sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Manxon and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Manxon, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Manxon learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manxon set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manxon's Coolamade Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manxon's Coolamade Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manxon, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manxon's Coolamade Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manxon's Coolamade Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manxon's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless.